Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a sort of natural soft glam look which is perfect for Valentine's Day coming up. Now before I get into this video tutorial of me getting ready, I'd just like to take one quick minute to ask you to please subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you can keep up to date with all the videos I'll be posting in the future. So for this Valentine's Day inspired look, I wanted to do something that was quite natural, so using like a light coverage sort of dewy foundation, sort of subtle highlighter and blush, and very sort of subtle and like sort of pink and girly on the eyes. So like nothing too dramatic, there's no false lashes in this look, and sort of a nice nude that matches your own lip colour. And yeah, I don't know about you girl, but I quite like natural makeup. Like I can't be asked to sit there for 2 hours doing like a cut crease and like full glam. I do it sometimes, but I mean on Valentine's Day you might want to sort of look pretty and cute and feel cute and confident, but you don't want to look like you've really gone over the top and like made like a massive effort, if you know what I mean. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and prime, and I'm going to use the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. And I'm just going to put this all over the face. Next, because I want to go in with quite a light coverage foundation, I'm going to go ahead with some full coverage concealer, which is this Revolution Pro Full Cover Camouflage Concealer in the shade C1, just to cover up some blemishes that I've got here and here. So as I've gone ahead and patted that concealer in with my finger, I'm now going to apply foundation, and I'm going to use this light coverage foundation, which is from The Ordinary, and it's their serum foundation in the lightest shade 10N Very Fair. But to make this a little bit more luminous, I'm going to add in a little dollop of the MAC Strobe Cream in the original shade. So just blending this in with my sponge now. So next I'm going to apply my under eye concealer, and today I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Ivory. I'm almost out of this one. And I just like to apply this under my eyes, sort of in a triangle. And I also like to apply this down my nose to highlight, and in the centre of my forehead, below my nose, around my nose, and on my chin. I'm going to take my mini Real Technique sponge and blend this all in. Now that's all blended out, I'm going to set my under eyes, and I'm going to use the Beauty Bakery Flower Powder in the shade Translucent. So just pat out your under eyes just to make sure everything's blended. And then go in and apply the powder lightly. I also like to get a bit of that powder and just put it around my smile lines to avoid these creasing. Especially if you're talking a lot, I tend to find that you do get creasing in this area because your mouth is moving. Next I'm going to cream contour, and I'm going to use this Jordana Sculpt and Glow Creamy Contour Stick in the shade Light. I'm not going to go overboard with the contouring today because we are going for quite a natural look. So I'm just going to do a little line under my cheekbone either side. Now notice I'm not bringing this too far down, as I might do with a more dramatic look. I'm just going under my jawline to attempt to get rid of this double chin that I have. And then I'm just going to go slightly on the temples up here, just so it doesn't look really white compared to the rest of my face. Once again, going in with the sponge and just bounce this out to blend. With the hairline, I like to almost sweep it back into the hairline rather than just bouncing, because then this helps it blend better. Now all that contour's blended in, I'm going to go in with my trusty Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the transparent shade, just on a big powder brush, tap it off and just go over my whole face. Now I'm using stamping motions here to avoid moving around the foundation. Now if you're noticing that your breakouts are coming through a little bit, as this annoying one is on my forehead, then just go in with the powder that's got not full coverage, because we are doing a sheer coverage foundation, but just with a slight bit of pigment in it. So for example the MAC Light Mineralized Skin Finish. I'm just going to take a bit on my finger and just dab this over where the spot is. Just to go over the contour a tiny bit more, I'm going to use a powder contour. I'm going to use this Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in the shade Light. Now this isn't a super pigmenting powder, so it's good for when we want a natural look. Just taking this on a brush. Also, to add a tiny little bit more warmth to the face, because I am so pale, I'm just going to go ahead with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That's a bit of a mouthful to say with my Invisalign in. So just on like a powder brush, and just sort of go slightly above where you did the contour. And then all over across the top of the forehead. So now we move on to the eyes, and for this look I'm going to be using the Naked Free Urban Decay palette, which has a lot of sort of rose tone shades to match like my shirt and stuff. So first of all I'm going to get like a blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead with the shade Limit, which is this one here. It's kind of like a matte dusty rose sort of shade. Now I find that this shade isn't super pigmented because my palette is quite old, so like really go in with your brush, swirl it in there, tap off the excess, and then what we're going to do with this is just go all into the socket of the eye and just keep blending this backwards and forwards in windscreen wiper motions. As I said, this is going to be like a very sort of natural soft glam makeup look, so I'm going to keep the eyeshadow very simple. So after that Limit shade, I'm going to go in with a slightly darker shade, this shade Nuna here, which is kind of similar to Limit but more sort of mauvey and slightly deeper. And I'm just going to use this shade to darken up the outer corner of the eye. So it's a similar sort of thing. Swirl your brush in, tap it off. And I just like to use, because I haven't done my eyes first, I've done my foundation first, so I just like to use a straight edge just to act as a guideline, and just sort of go in a V motion just to darken up this outer V with that shade. And you might have to go back into the palette again and get some more eyeshadow. Then what I'm going to do is take that first shade I used, the Limit shade, which is the slightly lighter matte shade, just on a shader brush, and I'm just going to go under the lash line just to sort of blend the top and bottom together. And I'm not doing this right into the inner corner of the eye because I want to keep this inner corner light. I'm just doing it about sort of half the way in. And then to add a bit of subtle shimmer to the lid, I'm going to go in with this shade Dust here, which is a really nice sort of light pinky silver shimmer colour. I'm just going in with a flat shader brush. Now this can have a bit of fallout, so be careful when you're tapping it off. And don't really blend this, just sort of place it on the lid and sort of smooth it on. Don't blend it too much because otherwise the glitter will fall on your face. I'm just doing this on sort of the inner half of the eye. With what's sort of left on your brush, just bring it into the inner corner to act as your inner corner highlight. So that's pretty much the eyeshadow done, so it's just like a free shadow look, like it's really sort of easy to do and not too dramatic. So then next I'm just going to go in with some eyeliner, and I'm using the Felt Tip Skinny Liner by Ico. I'm just going to apply this. I'm not going to do this on camera because I'm not that great at eyeliner. So I've gone ahead and applied that liner, and as you can see I haven't gone too dramatic with it. I've just done sort of like a thin-ish line, and the wing's quite small so it's not super, you know. And next I'm not going to use any false eyelashes today because we are keeping this quite a natural soft look. So I'm just going to use this Smashbox Superfan mascara, and I'm probably going to do 2 coats of this seeing as I'm not wearing false lashes. I've applied that mascara and I'm just going to go ahead with filling in my brows now. I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. Then next for the brows, just going to add a bit of my favourite L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper to set them in place. Oh, I almost forgot highlight. I'm actually going to go ahead with this Benefit Dandelion highlighter, which is like a nice subtle light pink colour to sort of go in with the theme that we've got going on here. I'm just going to swirl my brush in, tap it off, and place this on the high points of my cheeks. My cupid's bow, across my nose, across the bridge of my nose, under my brow. So then the last thing left to do for this look is lips. So I'm going to go ahead with this L'Oreal lip liner in the shade Beige Nude. I'm not going to overdraw my lips or anything because we want to keep it natural. So just trace the natural line of your lips. Now sort of the key to this look is to get a lipstick shade that sort of, and a lip liner as well, that sort of your lips but better. So for me that is my favourite L'Oreal lipstick, which is probably my favourite lipstick of all time to be honest, in the shade Boreal Taffeta, I don't know how you say that. It's shade 233. It's like a sort of sheeny mauvey nude. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it but nothing too much, like you can't feel the shimmer. And this is kind of very similar, as you can see, to my natural lip shade. So obviously for you, if you have darker skin than me, your lip shade is going to be different. So just use something that sort of matches your lip shade. And then to make sure you haven't got lots of like excess lipstick if you are going to be kissing people, then just sort of blot it off on a tissue. Like so. Just so your lips are like moisturised and healthy looking, but it's not like product overload. Oh, and I also actually forgot to add blush, so I'm just going to do that last. I'm going to use this Hourglass, this is I think the Ambient 2 Lighting Edit palette in the shade Luminous Flush. I think they do this, it's like a pale pink shimmery blush. I think they do this separately, so you can probably use any blush. But you just want something that's subtle and slightly sheeny. Just like to add this to sort of the apples of the cheeks and blend upwards. And then what's left over on your brush, just kind of put it on your nose, because this just makes quite like a sort of youthful look to your face. And also it's where like the sun would hit, like your nose would get red. So it's kind of cute. So that's pretty much it for the look. So the last thing I'm going to do is just set it all in place so it doesn't move. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, which is like my favourite one. And so this is the final result for my natural glam Valentine's Day look. So I'll just zoom you in now so you can get a bit of a closer look. So I really hope you found this video useful and you liked this video. If you did, please thumbs it up, that really helps me out. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video.